Hello and welcome to the March 2018 Humble Monthly Bundle Overview with the Bloody Otaku. And while last month did have some interesting titles, which I've still really not gotten around to doing much about, so I was going to do some recordings on some of them, but yep, me and time and whatever. So, as per usual, or as we usually do, we are going to start with what you actually get as the early unlocks in the April bundle. And starting off with that, we have Deus Ex: Mankind Divided. And it's actually a bit of a AAA smorgasbord in this early unlock. Unfortunately, you can't really call this AAA. Well, Season Pass, and, well, it is pretty much still riddled with bugs. Good game, not so much about the gameplay. Which explains, even though it got high reviews, it is rather mixed in its user reviews. The second, yes, and there are actually, well, 4 early unlocks, because one of them is DLC. The second of the 4 early unlocks is God Eater 2 Rage Burst, which is probably somewhere more in my style, but unfortunately is probably going to suffer from what I refer to as the Nouveau Lock. Which just literally means it probably will lock up every once in a while. It's very optimistic on these requirements, especially with the Nouveau Lock in place. Although we still have a load of brain-dead idiots in reviews. Yeah. And, well, for numbers 3 and 4, you go to our third tab for Mafia 3. And what you get here is Mafia 3, plus you get the Sign of the Times DLC as well. So that's about 20... probably about £70 worth of content for at least £10. Which is a very good bargain if you only wanted to pick up those 3 games and end up getting the rest as bonuses. But yeah, I'll go deeper into these in April when they're actually available, and I'll do the full overview. But we are now onto the first load. Onto the first item for this month, which was the early unlock Dark Souls 3, which included the Ashes of Ariadne DLC. And actually, I can't remember exactly. I think the Dark Souls 2 was actually a early unlock for a previous Humble Monthly Bundle. Uh, yeah. Yep, Dark Souls 3 continues to push the boundaries with the latest ambitious chapter in the critically acclaimed and genre-defining series. As fires fade and the world falls into ruin, journey into a universe filled with more colossal enemies and environments. Players will be immersed in a world of epic atmosphere and darkness through faster gameplay and amplified combat intensity. Fans and newcomers alike will get lost in the game hallmark rewarding gameplay and immersive graphics. Now only embers remain. Prepare yourself once more and embrace the darkness, because you'll be dying horribly. Which is why they refer to this one as the original as Prepare to Die edition. So, yeah. And this, plus, well, one of the other games, is all that's really interested me in freaking things in this month's bundle. So, let's go on to number 2, which is Overgrowth. Yeah, and this is sort of like a beat 'em up fighting game. Action fighting game. So as a lightning fast acrobatic ninja rabbit, you can choose how to approach each encounter. Do you want to pick off enemies one at a time, like the killer in a slasher film? Dive into the thick of it and fight whole groups in a frontal assault. Steal the most powerful weapon you can find and turn it on the rest. If you die, there is never any load time. You can try again instantly. As your skills improve, you'll see that the game is not about winning, but it's about experimenting to make the coolest action scenes you can. Every design decision is made with that in mind, from the mouse camera to the context-sensitive combat controls. After completing the story mode, you can try out all the mods that players have created with the integrated editor. If you want to play as a human character in a city, or try a whole new campaign, or even fly around as a bat, there's probably already a mod that makes that happen. So you get a base story, but this can be very heavily modified to create new action storylines, and all that stuff. Yeah, but, well, I mean, this is so interesting, but not really. Well, next one, we have a little indie RPG called Lost Castle. And this actually has a 4-player online co-op. Just 1 minute. Excuse me. Right. So, Lost Castle is a super cute, super hard action RPG with roguelike elements and randomized dungeons, bringing with a host of hand-drawn humorous characters and environments that embrace retro action with modern twists. Now, in its glory days, Castle Harwood was the heart of a happy land governed by wise and victorious nobles. But those days are long gone now. Calamity has befallen these lands, and wicked magics corrupt the castle and all that surrounds it. Demons have claimed this rotten place for their domain, and even the might of the Empire is thwarted by their dark army, and slowly the corruption is spreading. Castle Harwood is lost. Yet, at the heart of this nightmare, something bright glimmers and fills the hearts of the mighty with the courage needed to invade the castle. The Lost Castle is filled with the treasure of the defeated Earl, and is the promise of riches that calls you. And maybe you could do some good too. So this game is pretty much randomly generated dungeons. So you'll hopefully never get the same levels every single time. Plus, which is an advantage, there's multiplayer, there's 4-player co-op. And let's drop to the next one, which is Splasher, which is a 2D platformer. Splasher is a 2D platformer with a unique arcade/action gameplay. It offers gamers challenges that require agility, speed, and fast reflexes, and it's set in a crazy cartoon universe. And speed and fast reflexes are not two things I actually excel at. And this just looks like a freaking 2D version of Yeah. Different paint guys stick to walls and roofs, bounce high in the air, and trick your opponents. So this is pretty much 2D Splatoon without the Inklings, or whatever they're called. Yeah. And the next, now I've got a little dread. So I really don't know how this managed to sneak its way into a humble monthly bundle. But at least it's not Hatafu Boyfriend. Yes, Avery Attorney. Yep. And, yeah. The year is 1848. Paris is on the brink of yet another revolution, and the prisons are overflowing with guilty and innocent alike. One man stands for justice amidst society's chaos. No, one bird. Played a role of Monsieur J.J. Falcon, a bird of prey with a good heart and a questionable lawyering expertise. Join him and his witty apprentice, Sparrowson, as the two take on clients, interview witnesses, collect evidence, and deliver justice to the guilty. With art by the 19th century caricaturist J.J. Granville and music by legendary Romantic era composer Carmel Saint-Saëns, this game promises to be a wonderful experience. Yeah. Unfortunately, more bird puns than you can shake a feather at. Yeah. That's all I can say about this. And on to Last Day of June, which is another one of these sort of like interactive adventure games. Yes, join Carl and June on what begins as a magical outing to their favourite spot, and to try to unlock the sequence of events that could save the day and June's life in this cinematic experience that will compel you to ask yourself, what would I do to save the one I love? The Last Day of June is an interactive tale about love and loss from an all-star team of creators, including critically acclaimed director Massimo Guarini, who made Shadows of the Damned, and award-winning musician and record producer Steven Wilson, and featuring a collaboration with writer/director/animator Jess Covert, animator and Frankenweenie, director for Metallica's Here Comes Revenge music video. So yeah, this is just an sort of like a adventure stuff, like certain last time I read through this, it was listed was the story of Edith Finch, I think it was called. Yeah, but different company, published by 505 Games. Yeah, actually, back in the day, we used to call them 505 Game Shit. That's only because they decided to make a complete hash out of the Wild Arms 5 release by only doing one print run of discs and not bothering to make any more for the European release. And then you had to find the rest of them. But yeah, now let's get on to the final game, which is actually something I actually found interesting going through the description. And the title is Holy Potatoes! We're in space! And you are literally... yeah, it is a veggie-filled universe. And you are actually managing your own spaceship. Let's play assist as Cassie and Faye as they scour dozens of planets in the dynamic universe for their beloved grandfather. Follow them on their quest of experience an engaging and ever-changing storyline with a vast cast of lovable anthropomorphic vegetables, which includes some familiar faces. Holy Potatoes, We're in Space features tactical turn-based combat and a variety of weird and wacky weapons, each with special effects that can be used to turn the tide in battle. I wanted to maul your enemies with a horde of kittens? Don't worry, we've got you covered. If you hated vegetables as a kid, this game is for you. Manage your crew, time and resources to craft a spud load of weapons and create the ultimate juggernaut of mass destruction. A charming vegetable soundtrack of over 550 tracks by the talented Jeff Lee Bryce will keep you entertained while blasting your foes to bits. And they're bringing out the vegetable-based puns. Yep, can't get enough of the punny humour, say no more. A compelling story that differs across playthroughs. Hire engineers for an array of strangely familiar edibles to man your ship and weapons. Strategic gameplay, micromanage your crew, craft a wide array of weapons and plan your enemy's attack against enemy ships. Explore dozens of planets and galaxies, or why not the whole universe. Various localization options. Casual mode for stress-free pew-pewing. Own a large, fluffy space cat. Enough said. Yeah. There is also another game called Holy Potatoes, a weapon shop. Yeah. There's also Holy Potatoes. What the hell? Well, this is probably the one of the only ones that I was very interested in. And like with a few others from last month, I might actually start doing a video series on this. But then again, I promised everything, and I don't really do much because, well, I've still got XCOM 2 and World of Warships to do. But, yep, it's time to button this down. Also, the humble original is called Drawknoid, which is actually based on the original Arkanoid game, but with a difference. Because what you do is you don't move a paddle around to send the ball back up to take out all the blocks and that. You actually draw it. So what happens, and I could probably explain, because what you actually see in this sort of like video, this still image here, is the ball slows down enough so you can actually use the mouse to draw across, and you generate the paddle that sends the ball back up. Very, very unique. I actually just played it before starting this this capture session. So this has been the March 2018 Humble Monthly Bundle Overview, and this is the Blighty Otaku signing off. Until next time, I'll catch you laters.